Welcome Diecast fans, I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank the Guru Gibbs.
And we've got a huge show again for you tonight, but first up, something a bit different. We want to give a huge shout out to DJ Triple J. He has been absolutely amazing.
That's right, this bloke has just given cars to schools, he's helped people out with track pieces they've been missing. What a top bloke, and we just wanted to make sure that you were recognised as being a good bugger. Well done, mate, thank you.
Now let's have a quick review of where the scores are at in the DIRS now that we are halfway through the series.
That's right, this is a monster series. It's 4 months in already. It's about to head over to WeRaceDiecast, but it's been a monster so far and there's been some fantastic racing. If you haven't seen it, head over to Transport Diecast Racing, Monster Motorsport, RTR Diecast Racing League and Jackson Pass Speedway.
That's right. And you can see there that Mike Mays from RTR is actually leading the pack by 10 points at the moment, closely followed by Rubber Toe from Monster Motorsports, and then Oliver James from Transport Diecast, Eli Storm from WeRaceDiecast, and then Nocky Jack from Jackson Pass. So that's 5 track owners taking the top 5 spots so far.
Yeah, it's an awesome effort so far, and we're really looking forward to seeing how it goes over at WeRaceDiecast and the new Clutch Mountain track. It should be a lot of fun.
Alright, and as always tonight, we talk about it all the time, but leaving a like and a comment can really help all of the channels, and of course subscribe if you really like what they do and you want to see more.
It's right, it costs nothing but helps a lot. Alright, enough of the news, let's get into the drag racing, and we're going to kick it off tonight with my Hotwheels Collection. King of the Garage competition was blazing again, with lots more good tight racing action as we come to expect from that track.
Then Na Tabua, a very short drag race with this gnarly little crossover. And this one here, the dude still finished even though he got flipped off the track.
Oh, and our very own Tom Spanners-Watson in the Mustang there, blazing away from Rob Allen in Wallside, but not so flash on your landing there, mate.
Yeah, still got a little bit to work on, but I mean, the car was fast, I can't complain about that, but yeah, a little bit rough. Alright, then BlueLine Racing had Variat Skunkworks turn up, so they raced amongst themselves till they got their best cars, and then they raced against BlueLine, and there was some incredibly tight drag racing, as you'd expect on the Northeast Beast. Top stuff from BlueLine Racing. If you're into drag racing, you have to go and check them out.
Then it's over to Hotwheels Calgary for more daily drag racing. A lot of fun, and again, very little mucking around, it's just straight into it.
And speaking of that, Summers Raceway, with their short track, were putting the gases to the test this time. Head on over and see who won.
And then Main Street Racing ran the Rally 5 packs, but through the drag racing, which is something you don't often see, rally cars on a drag track, but there was some really good racing there as well, quite tight overall.
Time for a quick break, and we'll be right back after this. Release your inner Frank with this classic Give It the Beans t-shirt available from ChaosCanyonMerch.online. As we go into tournaments, we're going to kick off with Jackson Pass and the DIRS. Now, we had our very own Steve Stevenson there in the number 13 car, and check this one out, we got so excited here. In the back row, nice overtake, gets into the front, but then completely blows it and gets overtaken, and also takes out Dom Woodley. So sorry about that, Dom. Maybe next time.
Right, Game Table Café had some good racing, and you see, I don't know if you caught it there, but that dude got flipped off in the first corner, but then look at this overtake down this back straight to take the win, and again a 1-2 finish with his teammate. Yeah, you see it here in this close-up, look at that, bounced off, but what a recovery, landed on his wheels on the infield.
Right, Diecast Draggor, more great racing over on this track, and nice to see some sunny weather for them. I believe it was a bit of a heat wave, so great stuff there. Go and check out Diecast Draggor for some good outdoor action.
Now, over to the Nissan series for Mays Mountain. This is Steve Stevenson again. A beautiful overtake there. What a classy move.
It sure was, mate. I mean, Stevenson, a little bit patchy overall, but that race in particular, very tasty, and I love the new waterfall at Mays Mountain.
Now, Roadrunner Raceway had switched up their track a bit from previous races, and it's really quite interesting. Nice curves and twists and stuff there, and some good racing. Go and check them out.
And speaking of track updates, MNM Racing League has added a timer and a slight track extension there, so you can see that's extended out that start area, and then he's doing time trials at the moment for his next tournament.
Diecast Racing Reports channel had the Psychedelic Speedway hosting the Restocking the Shelves competition. So this was a charity tournament and they raised quite a lot of money. Well done, team. Always nice to see the diecast community supporting these charity races. Great stuff.
Then Trax Racing, Threes Racing, it was finals time this time, and man, there was some good racing. As always, the Zender Fac 4 and the Ford GT90 battled it out right to the finish.
Cleveland City Diecast had their 64 Ford tournament, and I just love these cars. They look so good, and man, they just flew down his track. Look at this. Now, check this out. You'll see the blue car in the back there, and then right in that final straight, nips through to second. It was a stunning bit of driving.
Indiana Diecast Racing has just got months and months of racing in the sock hop slam, but check this out. See how that pickup truck in the background flipped on his side, gets back on his wheels, and he actually makes it all the way to the finish.
Wow, that's really impressive. I thought he was done for sure.
So did I, mate. So did I.
Now, over at WeRaceDiecast, it was the semi-finals and finals for their Travelling Party Wagons tournament. And just like the other races, these guys were all over the place. And that one there, the dude comes up to the jump and just decides he's going to bail right out to the side, but he still actually managed to pass the finish line. I'm not sure if that actually counts though if you're way off track.
Over at Beaverworks on the Igloo main track, it was the finals of the Corvette-Geddon competition, and man, there was some good racing. I love this one. This dude out in front does a 180, gets it under control over the jump, and then storms down to the finish, and look how they keep trying to overtake there. Just great stuff, and he almost landed it perfectly into the back of that flatbed there.
Oh, and it was great to see the Amigos back racing, and boy did they have some action-packed races to kick it off. Look at that drift there, 3-car drift into that corner, but this BMW just looks gorgeous and was fast.
War on I-4 doing time trials for his open wheel competition, and we're really looking forward to seeing this on the track. The open wheelers are fast, and with the number of cars he can run down that track at once, it's going to be mayhem. Really looking forward to that one.
Then Guingoyo finished off their Skyline tournament, so this was the last of that series, and again, lots of good racing. It's not a particularly long track, but just like the Canyon, it doesn't have to be long to be exciting.
Then Alley Cat Race Club, we really like this race here. So you see the red car in the background just kind of get left behind, but check this out. Boom! What a speedy overtake there.
Whoa, that's crazy. Look at that, up on 2 wheels as he goes past him as well. Awesome. And then Next Gen Diecast, it was into the finals for the Cars tournament as well. Now, I don't know if his plans are to run regular cars on this track as well, or if he's just going to stick to the Cars vehicles, but it's a beautiful track and some really good racing.
Now we head into street racing, and we're going to kick it off with the Canyon Outlaws. Now, Binford in the list races, I gotta say, just had the best night he's ever had, but check out this race. Look at that overtake. They were side by side, door handle to door handle, all the way through Kahuna Corner. And it just seemed to be the theme of the night, with Binford getting up the inside of the cars. It was so impressive to watch.
That's right, it was some of the cleanest and smartest racing we've seen on the Canyon yet. It was so much fun. And then we head over to King of the Mountain over at 3D Botmaker, and there was some great racing there as well. Check out this move with the Chevelle coming around the outside of the Mustang and then just cuts down in front, gets a bit of his spin on, but still takes the win.
Whoa, that was impressive. Alright, Commotion Diecast, more street racing on his channel, and the pickup trucks, you see here, this one just out in front, it does a 180 and then spins back around again. But, you know, he'd kind of blown his race by then, but a lot of fun. Really enjoy this track, and it looks great. Then
over to Hot Car Track. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, go and check it out. This race is really cool, but he's also pulled this track down completely and he's rebuilding it from scratch, and he's showing you all about it. But look at that overtake there by Mad Mike from NZ Racing. That was just a beautiful bit of driving, coming out of that final turn and zips around the outside.
Over at 164 Underground Diecast Racing, some more tight street racing there. Lots of good action over on that channel. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check out the channel.
And we're going to finish off with EP videos. And I really enjoy this track. It looks beautiful, and I like that he's doing something a bit different with the barrels where you lose points for it. And I like how he set them up where often they'll drift right around them. It's very cool. Nice bit of planning, and it just looks absolutely stunning.
Into special events, and there are a lot of them this week. We're going to kick off with the Looney Moonies over at Chaos Canyon and our brand new stadium track. So this is a race back to your starting point. So it's technically a continuous track. We never seen anything like it before, so we thought we'd make it. And this race here, check out how close they are. The Civic in the inside lane there takes it. And then we also launched this week the new hill climb track. So this is genuine hill climb. They start at the bottom of the hill, they climb all the way to the top, go through the hairpin, and then it's a run down through the forestry, and then into the flat farmland at the bottom, and a race to the finish in a timed event. So this particular track is one car at a time only, but in the future we are already planning to have it as two cars running at once.
3D Botmaker also had his rally, so he is into Season 2 event number 2 on the new track. And this run here, so this is just qualifying, so they're single cars. Normally it's two cars racing, but check this out. Boom! Car to the face.
And that seems to happen a lot on this track, almost more than the Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, spectating for diecast racing seems to be probably quite a dangerous sport.
Safer on the track, you reckon?
You see it here. Oh, look at that. He got absolutely nailed.
Wow, that is brutal. All right, Top Driver. More rally on their track as well, and it's really cool to see. Now, not every car makes it every time because this track is tough, but check out the Subaru in the front here. Just gets a stunning run through the loose gravel there and then down to the finish. But look at this, he stops just short and gets a helping hand across the finish line.
Now, Sonora Diecast are becoming synonymous with craziness, and check out this. Look at this. That dude just got launched.
Whoa, that is just a massive jump, and everybody else gets smacked into the start gate there.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch. So satisfying.
All right, we head over to DRC Racing, and I am loving this new track. The rally track looks stunning, and even though it's laned the whole way, the lead swaps backwards and forwards between the races over and over, and there's excitement aplenty with those humps and the big jump finish. And check out the other dude coming through in the Ford. Boom! A huge big nosedive.
Then it's over to Gaslands Racing at Diecast 64. So these were full-on Gaslands builds on a wide drag track, and it was just a race to the finish for points, and I love that last minute overtake there. Just a beautiful bit of driving. But check out his channel and you see a good close-up of all the cars as well.
Right, Gravity Throttle Racing, more good head-to-head action here, and again, this is another rally track that we absolutely love. It's very well themed. It's the only track that we've seen so far that actually has drift corners in it. So great work on building this track, and he's actually just released it behind the scenes. If you haven't seen that, go and check that one out. It's really interesting.
Now, Flat Rabbits finished off their Pink's Pizza Delivery Racer, and the pink Mustang on the inside is ours, driven by Brock Jensen, and he's up against Rubber Toe in that ute there. And it was just such a brilliant tournament. Excellent racing action from everybody. It was absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
All right, Trax Spy, we're going to kick off with Dustin's Diecast. So this is just brand new. He's still building his track, but check that one out.
Then we've got Rick's Diecast Racing. So another lane start to open track. I love that it's set up in like his kitchen there. I don't know if this is a permanent facility or if it's going to be pulled down each time.
And then huge props here. Campbell Creek Run, we believe is built by and filmed by a 10-year-old. So dude, awesome work. I love what you've done with that track. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. That's great work, young man. All right, let's crack into the replays of the week, and we start off with a couple of crashes. So even though our new tracks are fully laned, it doesn't mean that it's easy. Here you see Big Daddy D getting it all kinds of wrong in that BMW and just getting rolled right off the track. You see it on this angle here, just clips the side of the track and goes wild. And even on the hill climb here, that was Zach in the Mustang, plummeting all the way back down the hill. doing his corkscrew up the track over the old rail bridge.
Alright, now Jackson passed this race here. This was Steve Stevenson taking out the win, but look at that. Mopar Mac just got it all kinds of wrong right on the finish line, and it was just so much fun.
Now we go to Monster Motorsport. That's Mike Mays getting flipped upside down in the No Tampos race, and Guingoyo got around him but then got hooked up on the gate gear.
Now speaking of Mike, there's accidents aplenty on his track as well. With this one, dude spinning out, gets stuck and then gets pummeled by the car coming in behind him, and unfortunately for him, he stopped fractionally short of the finish line.
Oh, that'd just be heartbreaking for that dude, so close.
And then this one here, dude well out in front, but look at this, he just launched himself into the trees.
Oh my goodness, he almost took out the DRN stand right on the finish line. Now we head over to the Amigos. So they got this huge T-bone through their crossroad section, but the dude did get pushed to the finish line, so he's lucky. And then, now check that out. I believe that is a big Romy. He's in reverse, rides around the roof, does a 180 off the car and lands. Maybe not strictly a Big Romy, but that is the closest I've ever seen anyone else come to it.
Of course, the Big Romy, named from Big Romy's move over at Monster Motorsports. Now, DRC Racing, we said before, even though it's lane, there is plenty of action on this track with the cars crashing, flipping out of lanes, and just this huge jump at the end. The Torino here doing a beautiful jump, but plenty of times they nosed in and went flipping off.
And then we just wanted to finish with this race from the Pink's Pizza Delivery Racing over at Flat Rabbit. Absolutely loved the series. It was so much good racing. And check out this one. Chicken George well out in front, and then Cash Money himself zips past him right at the end.
Yeah, that was just an absolutely superb bit of driving there. Alright, another huge week from us. Remember to check out redlinederby.com for all of your racing information, post your races, post your tracks, and if you want to be part of this report, make sure to post in the DRN forum. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson, he's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We'll see you next time.